Okay, connecting the helium gas lines to the CCR. The helium gas is in the sample space to keep the system, the sample in helium gas. So you don't want any air in that space because it would freeze when the sample gets cold, and that makes a real mess. So there are two lines connected here to the side of this box. This one here, the lower one, is the one that goes over to your helium gas bottle. Over here with a regulator, that line needs to be about 100 psi or about 700 kilopascal of pressure. So that goes into here. This is just a little quick disconnect. And it has had a check valve on it, so when you disconnect it, the gas can't come out. You put it in there. The second line goes up to this connector here, and is what goes into the sample space. There's a little pop-off valve here to make sure that that doesn't get overpressurized. So the way this works is, when you want to put helium gas in the system, you press this brass button and you can see the pressure going down. This activates a little pump in this system, and that gauge goes down and down and down, and you should be able to get it below minus 25. If it doesn't, you need to open up the box and look for leaks inside. And then you let it go, and it backfills it with helium. And I like to do it 2 times anyways, maybe 3 times, just to make sure we get all the air out of the system. And you want to do this before you start cooling the system, because you want helium in it before you start cooling it. Now, if you reach up here and check this pop off, you should not feel any gas coming out, because that'll just empty that bottle real quick. If you feel gas coming out here, then you need to adjust this little regulator down here, adjust that pressure. Then you can adjust that knob until there's no gas flowing. If you turn it too far, then when you pump on the system and fill it again, this valve may not come back to 0. It may show a slight vacuum, and then that means you closed it too far, and then you can adjust that same valve until it comes back to 0. So it's a balance between getting it to come back to 0 and not getting the pressure too high that there's flow out of this pop-off valve.